Hey, Andy here from builderhottub.com. In this video, we're going to catch up with Dante in Colorado, USA, and his DIY hot tub and pool build. So let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, so this is a brand new project that we're going to be following on the channel and of course over on the blog over at builderhottub.com. And this is all about Dante and his build over in Colorado, USA. And he's building a DIY hot tub and a plunge pool in his backyard. Now, like many of my case studies on this channel and of course over at builderhottub.com, Dante is a custom design customer, so he's come to me with an idea and he's wanted me to turn that idea into actionable plans in terms of the design, the structural design, the plumbing design. I've done all of that for him and I've helped him with some of the parts as well. Now, before we go any further, always a great opportunity for me to say, please do subscribe to the channel, hit that notification icon to be notified when my videos go live. I do long form content, I do a whole bunch of shorts, and everything on my channel focuses on DIY hot tubs, plunge pools, parts, and pretty much everything in between. Okay, so as with everything, it started with a plan, and the concept that I put together for Dante is exactly what you can see behind me. So we have a plunge pool, it's got a tanning ledge in, it's got some steps down, and next to it there is a hot tub as well. So these are two totally separate bodies of water. They're independently heated, they're independently filtered, but he wants both of them in his backyard in Colorado, USA. So after the concept has been agreed, in this case it's Dante and I have been going back and forwards. From there I turn that into an actionable CAD drawing, so it's structural, so you can see exactly what you need to do. And if you need to pass that over to a general contractor or a builder, they've got something to follow as well. And then, of course, I put together the plumbing design for it as well. So I need to know the location of the pool pad, the hot tub equipment, that kind of thing. And then from there, I can design the plumbing to match the area and the design of the hot tub and pool that you have. And that's kind of the process of a custom design in a nutshell. So as with all of these projects, you've got to start somewhere, and that somewhere is breaking ground. And this is exactly what Dante has done here in this particular picture. So this is the excavation part of it. He had enough space to be able to get a digger in there, so he didn't need to do it by hand. It would have taken an awful long time and it would have been back-breaking work to clear that size of an area for the pool and the hot tub. So he did have a digger in there, which was a lot easier. When you are excavating for your DIY hot tubs and plunge pools, be mindful of the amount of earth you're actually going to remove. There's a huge volume of earth that you're going to have to get rid of. And whether you truck that out or whether you can redistribute it around your property, you've got to think of where it's going to go, because you're not going to be able to just leave it. You're going to have to do something with it. So always think about that as well at that stage. With the area excavated, it was time to put in the lower drains. So the way that Dante's actually going to construct both his DIY hot tub and his plunge pool is going to be out of block. So you basically pour a concrete base, but because you're going to have those bottom drains in there, you're going to have to lay those before you actually pour the concrete. So that's what you can see has happened behind me here. Now, with the lower drains, they always come in pairs, and they come in pairs for safety. It's anti-entrapment, so you can see that both the drains for the hot tub and for the pool are teed in together, and that is an anti-entrapment VGB compliance, and this means that if one drain gets blocked, the other one can still operate, but also having two drains actually reduces the suction, so it reduces the chance of being trapped or drawn into those drains. And that's why you have two, so you always have two drains per pump. So then it was over to Dante to actually pour the base, and that's exactly what's happened here behind me. You can see both the hot tub and the pool have had their bases poured, and you can see that those bottom drains now are perfectly level with the finished surface. So it's a really nice way of getting your drains in there. You're not going to dig anything up. You're pouring around your drains, around your pipework, and then you're going to have a perfectly level surface that is mounted flush with the top of those drains. Now, you will see that there are some risers in there. Those rebar risers, it's always a good idea to tie in your rebar to your base. So what that means is when you're doing a block structure, your blocks can drop over the top of that rebar and it helps with the lateral pressure. So if you think with the water, when you fill up that hot tub or that plunge pool, the pressure is going to be downwards with gravity, but it's also out on the sides. And what you don't want is those walls moving at all. So by having those vertical rebar risers in that are tied into the base, it adds to the structural integrity of your pool or your hot tub. So it's always best practice to tie in your walls and your rebar structure to the concrete base. Once that base for the hot tub and for the pool had cured, it's then time, gets interesting now, the structure starts to come together. So you could start to lay those CMU blocks. So the CMU blocks, and you can see these happening behind me here, CMU stands for Concrete Masonry Unit. They're the hollow blocks and they're low cost, they're lightweight, they're super strong. And when you lay them and then fill them full of concrete and with that rebar structure as well, you have an incredibly strong wall. So they're great for building our DIY hot tubs and plunge pools because they're really easy to use, they're really low cost, but they give you that structural integrity that you need for your hot tub and your plunge pool walls. So that is the current state of play, and you can see behind me here, this is the inner walls for the footwell for the DIY hot tub that Dante is building, and this is the current state of play. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I've already put that out there already, so you don't miss any updates on this project or any of the others that I'm helping customers with. As always, I appreciate the view. Thanks ever so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video. If you've liked this video, please do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next video.